Hi guys, and welcome to this video on how to make a tropical rainforest terrarium. We'll start off by making a false bottom. All you need to do is cut PVC tubes about 2 or 3 inches in height, silicone them down to the floor of the tank, and then insert egg crate onto the top. This creates a drainage layer. You want to put your equipment in before completing the drainage area, so I'm putting my waterfall in here, and also my rock waterfalls in place, and so is the background. You can find out how to make the rock waterfall by checking out some of my other videos. So this all can be siliconed in place. Now we will want to cover your egg crate with some insect mesh. This prevents any substrate falling down the gaps inside the egg crate. Now I'm putting in my stream area. I've made this by cutting a PVC tube in half and then stretching it so it's wide, covering it in sealant and then sprinkling with cocoa fibre. You'll want to water test this, which is what I'm doing now. So you need to fiddle around so that the water does pass straight from your rock waterfall into your stream. And this stream runs all the way down into a pond area. So you'll now want to add your branches and wood, and you'll have to fiddle about with these to make sure you've got the right angles. You can connect these with gardening wire or fishing wire. And now what I'm doing is I've blended some Java moss and I'm just painting this around the tank. If you just blend it with some water, it will freely grow within the terrarium when you sprinkle it around. Once you've got these main parts in, you can now add your drainage layer. So this should be hydro clay balls, or you can also use gravel and other things. It doesn't really matter what you use as long as it allows the water to fall straight from your main substrate into the false bottom without it stagnating. As you can see, it does get quite fiddly. All my branches have fallen down, all the stream bits have fallen out of place, so it just takes a bit of fiddling around once you've got this drainage layer in. Might have a problem with the clay balls falling into your stream area or the pond area, so what I've done is I've lined this area with Sphagnum Moss to avoid that. And this is just fine tuning the wood and just making sure it's all balanced and stuff, and I'll then connect it all with gardening wire after. So a good idea is to add insect mesh to your drainage layer as well before you add your cocoa fibre substrate or whatever other substrate you're going to be using. So I'm just putting in some cocoa fibre and then lining the stream area with sphagnum moss just to hide some of the PVC tubing. I'm also disguising some of the gardening wire with sphagnum moss. So now this is the easy part. All you need to do is add plants straight into the substrate, and you can add bromeliads by wrapping sphagnum moss around the roots and then attaching them with gardening wire or cocktail sticks. You can add moss. This is a moss mat that I made using locally sourced moss, and you can check out my channel and find out how to do that as well. I also landscape the terrarium by using plastic Tupperware containers. by piling one on top of the other, it creates a nice hill effect, which is better than just a flat bottom. So now I'm just going to go over the progress of the terrarium from now until about 4 months' time. If you don't want to see this, you can fast forward to 40 seconds towards the end of the video, and that's a new technique that I've developed for adding moss, and it'll really help you. So if you don't want to persevere and see all the growing out, just fast forward to 40 seconds towards the end and see this new method that I've created. So this is the new method that I've created. It's called moss tack, and you can learn to do it on one of my other videos. You just smear moss tack around anywhere you want, add sphagnum moss first if you want to, and then add live moss, and that will freely grow, and it's just so much easier than growing it from scratch. And you can just see how beautiful it makes the tank look compared to what it looked like without the moss tack in. So give that a try. It's a brand new method that I've created. I'm pretty proud of it, to be honest. So this is my terrarium. I've got a more in-depth video on my channel, so check that out, and feel free to subscribe and ask questions in the comments. Thanks.